We haven't had a night yet where we couldn't make a shot. We've had, our first 6 games, we've had terrific offensive performances, where tonight was the first night where we couldn't score, and our lack of defense and our lack of rebounding caught up to us. That is going to happen, and you will not win if you think you can outscore everybody all the time. We clearly got to get tougher. This tournament revealed that we're just not physical enough. We're not scrappy enough. So it's on me. I'm excited to get back home and get to work on it because it's going to be a process, and it's going to be painful at times, but we know where we got to grow.
A couple stat lines I want to ask you about. I'll start on the productive side, and that's Jamal back-to-back career highs of 26. I know the outcome is what it is, and that's all that ultimately matters, but what can you say about Jamal this week, back-to-back 26-point games?
Yeah, offensively it was terrific. It was very dynamic. We need to collectively have his mindset on a daily basis that it's time to get better every single day. He does that, and I think that's why he's confident. That's why he's in attack mode all the time. So he was great. I know he would love to get the win, obviously, or the wins. But the bottom line is it's a collective will of our team. We're not there yet, and we're going on the road, rivalry game. You have to be able to guard. You have to be able to move past anything that goes wrong. We're not there yet.
I think you had one starter and one top guy off the bench that both had 0-point nights, in Jethro and Saquon before they fouled out. Obviously, you need production out of a starter. Your top guy off the bench, you're going to need some offensive production. Is that a problem that their fouls are?
Yeah, I think Jethro for sure. It just consumed him. I don't think Saquon as much. I think it's going to take some time with Saquon. He missed 9 weeks of play. He'll get there. We need to get bigger. We need to get longer. But that's probably a lot to ask of him to be good right now. It's going to take some time. With Jethro, he just couldn't get into a rhythm. He was in foul trouble the whole game.
All right, that leads to this one, and I'll lay the landmines out there for you. But the officiating
that was not the reason we lost the game. That was not the reason we lost the game.
It had a lot to do with the flow of the game. I would say that's probably fair, though.
Yeah, but listen, it's. I don't think the refs had anything to do with the outcome. The flow, I don't know. But, the refs didn't cause us to get out-rebounded by 14. Yeah. I do know that. That's on us. So as coaches, we've got to do a better job there.
I know I've covered a lot of Lobo games, and I don't think I've ever asked about the officiating. So the last one for me, Jalen. Well, KJ and Jalen both have some ankle issues that affect this offense, obviously. First, KJ, do you think he'll be back by Tuesday? Is there any way to know
I hope
yet?
so. I don't know. Yesterday he didn't look good out there. Today we felt like if there's any chance for him on Tuesday, we got to hold him out. We miss him for sure. The house isn't 100% yet either. So,
how much did that affect him then tonight? Do you think it was an ankle, or is it coming off a bad night?
I think he came off a bad night. I think he hasn't been able to practice. Maybe he's a little overwhelmed right now. So a little break will be good for him, and then have some terrific practices leading up to New Mexico State.
All right, man, I'll start off with, just your stat line for starters, and then we'll get into the game here. 26 back-to-back nights, career high, 2 nights in a row for you. But obviously the outcome's ultimately what matters. You take anything in the fact that you got 26 in back-to-back nights?
It doesn't like I said in previous interviews, I just care about the win. So, obviously I got to do more. I got to get better in a lot of areas as a team, and, get back to practice and get back to work. So, obviously, 26 and whatever, it wasn't enough. So, got to get back in the gym, get back to work.
This is for me anyways, the first time I was surprised really by a game. I know the final score at Colorado, the final score UAB probably wasn't indicative of how close the game was.
Right.
But tonight was start to finish. They were out 10-0 before the first media timeout. Start to finish, you guys couldn't just really crack into that lead. Did they do anything that surprised you guys to make that happen?
They just out-toughed us. They out-toughed and out-physicaled us. They didn't. They were more physical than us. They brought it to us. We didn't bring it to them. So, we got to go back to the gym and work on our physicality, work on our rebounding and boxing out, and just see what we can get better at watching film.
You guys obviously I won't put you in a position to comment on the officiating, but when the whistle isn't going your way, is there something you guys can do as players to maybe to overcome that better, or to handle it better than maybe it was handled tonight?
You know, I think with any game, there's going to be officiating, and there's going to be some calls that you're not going to want, some calls you're going to be unhappy about. But I think for us, we got to do a better job of just pushing forward and just moving along. Not worrying about what the refs are calling and how it looks, what the calls look like, and we shouldn't worry about that. We just got to go out there and continue to play and still have a positive attitude towards everything.
All right, quick turnaround before a rivalry game. I know you're new to New Mexico. The whole roster is almost new to New Mexico, but in New Mexico, this one matters to a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
So what do you guys need to do in the next couple of days to get right?
Yeah.
And if anything, what do you take from these 2 days in Vegas and try and turn around for a rivalry game Tuesday night on the road?
I'd say what we took from here is just our toughness needs to improve a lot better. We need to start hitting bodies more rather than just focusing on getting the rebound, but we got to first hit a body first. And then just continue to just work on our flow offensively, moving it side to side. Once we get the defense shifted, we're very hard to guard. Our offensive numbers are pretty good right now. So, as we can just keep building on that, and once the defensive rebound comes in, I think we'll be a pretty good team, and we'll be able to beat New Mexico. I know we play them back-to-back, so it'll be a good one.